what a finisher he's become.
Lane, Oladipo. Oh, that's right. You better mean mug after you dunk on somebody that way.
Gonna run it down. He goes with it. Adebayo for the win.
Yeah! Welcome to the 5 Reasons Sports Post-Game Show, a.k.a. the Post-Up on 5R. And today, ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a very special treat because it is the Clutch Corner Takeover. So with me, I have the First Lady of 5 Reasons Sports, Allana Tahower, and I got two members of the Kang Gang, my boy Kendall Smith and my man Troy. Do you say your last name, Minot? I don't know.
Oh man, we don't even say government name. You sound like a real fed right now. You sound real fed. Like
my bad. You know
the people know me as Threat. We gonna keep it at Threat.
Let's do that then. I got my boy Threat on here. The boy a little excited tonight, bro, because this is the second of the predicted top 2 teams in the Eastern Conference that we done beat this season, and this one was, dare I say it, much more satisfying because we had to get this one out the mud tonight. So before we get started, we want to make sure we thank our sponsor for the 5 Reasons Sports post-game show, and that's Aggressive Insurance. You can visit her at www.insurancebylanette.com, or you can give her a phone call at 954-581-8800 for any of your insurance needs. So thank you for your patronage, Ms. Lynette. Y'all can probably catch her in the comments or on Twitter. But let's get into this game. Allana, we're going to start with you. Just give me your overall thoughts on what you saw tonight.
Now, all of y'all are PJ Tucker fans, right? All of Heat Twitter, all of Heat Nation, rah, go PJ. Okay,
I don't think
I was gonna come out. You knew. You had to have known.
So you chose to take the negative route and just start to turn up.
Listen, okay. I have been up PJ's ass since the second we signed him, and now all of a sudden, all of you are fans. Get the fuck out of here, man. I had to say it, but this was a great win.
No, for sure. Kendall, what were your thoughts from the game tonight, bro?
I mean, my name says it all. The dogs got loose tonight. Man, I mean, it was a whole lot of savage out there. Like, it was Heat defense. It was NBA Finals level defense in that first quarter. It was just outstanding the way it set the tone. And those guys that are bullies from that power rotation put some power on the box score. And that was just the added plus, and we definitely needed it. And it got us through tonight.
Troy, my boy.
Yeah, man. I got to piggyback off what Kendall said, man. It was straight bully ball, man. It's like our that grit and that tenacity that everybody was hyping up all off season, man. It showed today, man. We was physical from out the gate. PJ Tucker was physical. Lowry took some hard hits. He got business as usual. He got right back up. You know, I love seeing that from him. Dedmon setting some hard screens. He's getting called for that every game. And hey, it is what it is. I'll take it. We setting the tone, and I loved it tonight.
Yeah, you talked about the physicality of the game, and you talked about Lowry too. And Lowry kind of had his elbow kind of like swole up towards the game. But yeah,
that was nasty. That looked like, Martin when he got beat up. Just on his elbow though. People don't know about that. Hey,
we know about that.
Sure. That was nasty.
Sure.
I missed Lowry elbow though.
Yeah, but I kind of want to get into some of the specifics of the game because in that first. But before I do that, thank you, Poetic Lifestyles, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said defense. We could have been 4-0. Oh, this Heat team different for sure, my boy. Because let's talk about the defense because we didn't shoot well at all in this game. Like, this wasn't a game where the offense exploded. We got Bam. Good game for Bam, but a little uneven for him. Jimmy, same thing. Didn't really get it from Duncan. Didn't really get the boost that we're accustomed to from Tyler at this point in the season. Thank you, OG, for the 333. Don't know. He said Patty Mills is still in the league. He might want to rethink that.
Barely.
Yeah. So, Allana, I kind of want you to talk about Miami's defense. How did you feel like the defense played, and how did that help us kind of get this dub?
Yeah, I mean, this is the defensive identity they've wanted for years, right? Like, this is the team Pat Riley wants to build out, and they were almost there year after year. There were a few guys that were getting it done, but this was like an all-around defensive effort, and I feel like it's especially important when stuff like the 3 balls not hitting, because we did not look good from 3 at all. Obviously, in the end, it didn't matter. I want our offense to pick up a little bit, but this defensive identity is going to be what gets us far in the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. I think, and like somebody said, these times of man, we would be scared when we get Oladipo. Listen, that's a little bit far down the line, so I kind of want to wait. Thank you to my guy Michael Christian for the $9.99. No, he said I'd pay for PJ slander, but the man played too good. Heat to the finals. I'm riding high, baby, for sure, bro, for sure. Yeah, Ken, I kind of want to stick to the topic of the team's defense because I believe that is one of the themes of this win. So, how do you feel Miami's defense played tonight?
It was A1. It didn't lack. It barely lacked. I mean, sometimes the Nets got some switches and they was able to move the ball to get some shots off from three. But for the most part, those rotations, man, they were just crisp. And then the challenging at the rim. When you look at Brooklyn, they don't really have too much over the rim athleticism. So Dedmon's body, PJ's body, Bam's body just being there, Markieff just being down there, it was enough to keep their guards and their perimeter players from really finishing. And when it comes to their power rotation, they don't have anything that could contend with what we have. LaMarcus Aldridge, that old man battle, the old fart battle, Dedmon washed him on that shit. So in 2021, Dedmon is a better NBA player so far. But I really like what I saw from the Heat defense. It was an A1. It was playoff ready.
I think you kind of picked up on one of the things that I'm going to go to next. But Jamal Powell, thank you for the $5 dono. Them boys are some wolf emojis. Fire sign, fire sign. I think was that supposed to be a dog?
That was a dog, bro.
It didn't look
wolf emoji. Fire sign, fire.
Yeah, he didn't even just say wolves. He said wolf emoji.
Yeah.
Fire sign.
For sure. Thank you, Twisted, for reminding me. Make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're not already done so. If you are, we appreciate y'all. Y'all know the boy not off the handle tonight. I'm feeling really good, so I'm just going to kind of be kind and facilitate a little bit tonight. Threat, I want you to kind of get in on the NBA's best defense.
Hey, man. I'm looking like we held the Bucks to 95 points in the opener. We held the Magic to 90. The Pacers got 102, but they got that in OT. I mean, this defense is stingy, man. This defense is looking elite. We look playoff ready out the gate. And I expect it only to get better once Oladipo and once we start to mesh a little bit more and once we get a little quicker on these rotations, we look good defensively. We're taking charges as well. Kyle Lowry's, getting in right where he left off in Toronto, man. We're doing what we have to do. I think this defense is going to be number one come by the end of the season. I really do.
All right. Thank you, Ricky J. Mark, for the 169 dono. You'll get your thoughts out on this show one way or the other, so you don't really have to say nothing. We appreciate the money, though, brother. Thank you, GSH everything _27 for the $5 dono. NFA buy in huddle. I don't know what the F word this is saying.
He's basically telling you to hold some crypto, man.
Oh, sure.
Buy and hold, man. Don't sell.
Go to Juan Cardona if you want to talk about crypto because my boy is the expert on the network. Thank you, Overzell, for the $2 dono. He said they had to box Jimmy out of the passing lanes. Yo, Jimmy was an absolute demon on the passing lanes. The boy is a hell spawn. Thank you, Wanye West, my boy, for the $5 dono. He said, would Dedmon or PJ be a better option over Austin Jackson? For sure, PJ Tucker will be a better option because PJ Tucker is the dog. And he gonna fight somebody.
Oh, now PJ Tucker is a dog. Okay.
PJ Tucker always been a dog.
He been a dog.
He been a dog. It's just a dog that's
on the stat
15.
sheet. Yeah, he on the box.
He's just a dog that's scored 15 points tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
He's on the box score.
So Kendall kind of was leading me towards this, and I kind of want to talk about it a little bit. We came into this game knowing that Miami's advantage would be on the inside. The Nets don't have a particularly strong inside presence with any of their big rotation. And we thought Bam would be the one to dominate this matchup. But to me, personally, PJ Tucker and Dwayne Dedmon dominated the inside matchup tonight for Miami. And I kind of want to give them their flowers in that regard. But before we do that, thank you, Adam Foles, for the $5 donation. She said, great win and great defense tonight. For sure. Appreciate you, bro. Allana, I want you to talk about the play of Dedmon or PJ. You can pick one, and then we'll throw it around to anybody else for the other one.
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of Dedmon, the man's fearless. Like, he literally does not care who's in his way or how he's going to get it done. He's just going to do it. And I think that he figured out all our schemes, but especially on defense right away when he joined. So yeah, the screens are driving me nuts, but I will allow it because no one gives more effort than Dedmon. It's crazy to me how much we're getting out of him and what we were able to get him for. Like, he was a steal, and I honestly feel like this is just the beginning for him. Like, he's completely tapped in. He's going to be crazy this season.
No, for sure. He has been so far. And I think like he was one of the bigger parts. We got so many people that got on the glass tonight, and Dedmon was a big force in that department. Thank you, Dwayne ONG, for the $2 dono. He said, where are them PJ Tucker haters at now?
That's a great question. Thanks so much for asking.
Well, let's ask one of them, the artist formerly known as a PJ Tucker hater, Kendall. Tell me what you thought about PJ Tucker's game tonight.
I thought that in that first quarter, defensively, I'm not worried about him. So I'm not even going to talk about his defense. He did what he did. He looked just against Kevin Durant. He looked a little bit better than he did in that playoff series with the Bucks. Like, he was making KD work, and KD was not cooking at all. But offensively, man, like, this was one of those nights. He was crisp. He was putting the ball down. He was moving it, and I was worried. But the man even had 2 assists, bro. Like, I can't sit up here and hate. That means he had to either swing the ball or put the ball down and get a pass off. PJ was on one. Like I said, the dogs got loose. That's my name for a reason. And he's half of it. Well, he's a third of it. I also want to give shout out to Dedmon, like Allana said, and Marquise Morris. But PJ, he was stout, man. Like, no complaints. 15 points. Who the fuck would have thought? Not me, but he did it. So guess what? As a Heat fan, I can run with it and I can talk shit about it. Yes, I was wrong, but tonight, yeah, you know, I'm celebrating. I'm just gonna run with it.
Listen, these are the type of games. These are the type of games that you get PJ Tucker for. He doesn't have to do this every night. He just has to do it when we need him to do it. And tonight was one of the nights that we needed him to kind of come in here, add a little bit to the scoreboard on top of the defense that he's going to play. And he did that at an elite level. And now Marco Romo has to buy a PJ Tucker jersey.
I'm getting one for sure.
A PJ Tucker jersey?
Yeah, I've been saying this for weeks, and then tonight I'm like, yeah, it's happening. Like, I solidified my decision.
It's
like do that.
It's like PJ Tucker got certain games circled on his calendar because he really got up for the Bucks game and he really got up for this game.
That's a great point.
KD's his man, so you know he want to get up for that type of game.
Hey, yo, like, just really quickly, like, we got 543 people watching this stream right now. So I want you guys to put in your Twitter handles as your name so that everybody can make sure that they following you on Twitter. If you care for any of this content that 5 Reasons Sports put out, make sure you support some of our panelists and our hosts. So these guys are going to change their names, put their Twitter in there. Thank you, Talking Movies, for the $5 dono. He said, Love Spo decided to finish with Duncan over Tyler when Tyler was having an off night. Missed that last season. Sure, we'll get into them a little bit, but I kind of want to finish up the conversation on the bigs. Thank you, Judy. I'm sorry, I do not want to tear up your last name, so I will not do that. Jude, I probably tore up your first name. God damn it. Thank you for the $1.99 dono. Kyle's leadership is amazing. Kyle and Bam are special. For shit show. Like, we're gonna get to the main guys. I kind of want to feel out like, because we won this game on the margins. Like, the people outside in this game for us. So I want to talk about them a little bit, give them kind of the shine for a little while. So you can pick either PJ or Dedmon and talk about whichever one you want. Threat.
Shit, man. We done gave a lot of love to PJ. I'm gonna give a little love to Dedmon, man, because we probably not gonna get too much love from Dedmon too much. So I'm gonna really show some love for my guy, man. He had 6 offensive rebounds this game too. I mean, he was babying them down low, dog. Like, I don't know what it is with Dedmon, man. It's like he has another gear, but his gear originally is so damn slow, but he has another fucking gear that he gets to, and I just love that shit. Like Allana was saying earlier, man, we got him for a bargain. That shit is really a steal, and I did not expect this type of impact from Dedmon, even last year. And for him to continue it this year is crazy to me as well, man. I love what I'm getting from Dedmon. He was babying shit, man. Babying shit for real.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you damn skippy. Listen, bro. The man is a monster. PJ is absolutely a monster. I think my favorite part of tonight's game was just how PJ seemed like he was all over the floor. PJ was everywhere that we needed him to be at all times. Like, those offensive rebounds, like, he was timely on them. I think he got 4 or 5 of them. And just kind of like the defense that he was playing, like bodying Kevin Durant, being able, because he was part of the reason that we were able to switch everything on the perimeter for stints of the game. That's kind of the game plan that we hope to do. I heard that on Paces and Spaces, or Pace and Spaces. Yeah, that's what they call it. The halftime show on Twitter. But he was able to switch everything on the perimeter with Bam to kind of give us a better chance. Allana, could you help me out with putting up some of these comments from time to time? Like,
absolutely.
I'm trying to host and produce.
I know.
It's just getting to me. But yeah, let's switch over to some of our main guys. Let's talk about Jimmy Butler, because I thought Jimmy Butler was an animal, not just defensively. Like, he kept his head down. Like, he missed a lot of layups tonight, like much more than I would like to have seen. But he made up for it, leading the team in rebounding with 14 of them, and just kind of being a steady, like, hammer. Like, he was going in there all the time trying to make shit happen. We'll start with Threat. Give me your thoughts on Jimmy's game tonight.
We got doses of last year's Jimmy Butler tonight, and I think he's picking up right where he left off as well, man. He had 7 assists. I mean, the last assist to Bam when he had 2 defenders on him and he did a little behind the defender right to Bam to bring the lead more up. That was an amazing play by Jimmy right there. Defensively, I mean, he looked like E. Reed, dog. He looked like prime E. Reed back there jumping those passing lanes. I loved every second. I love when his offense ain't too good and his defense just carries him. Even though he missed a lot of easy ones tonight, we still got a little bit of spurts from Jimmy, and I love to see that as well. I just feel like Jimmy's game was so complete. There was nothing like that was off tonight with Jimmy. I just feel like a complete game on both ends of the court. He impacted the game in every single way possible. I feel like he was the main guy today. I feel like he was that guy.
Yeah,
for real.
I didn't even mention Jimmy's 7 assists, but to your point, like the complete game, when Jimmy was missing those easy layups, he was also going right back up and getting those offensive boards. So you had to appreciate that. Like, listen, bro, he was an absolute monster on the board. So thank you, Dwayne ONG, for another $2 dono, brother. You said Kyle and PJ had them killer eyes tonight for sure. Kendall, I want you to get your thoughts in here on Jimmy Butler's game tonight, bro.
Jimmy Butler was a menace on the boards. He was just relentless all night. Even though when they opened the game, he kind of, like, it seemed like him, Kyle, and Bam all decided we're just gonna take a mid-range shot, and then we're gonna go to the hole. And then, like, after he took that mid-range shot early, he was a menace going to that basket against anybody and everybody. Because, like I said earlier, Brooklyn has 0 people on the perimeters that can defend Jimmy Butler and stay in front of him. Like, from a quickness standpoint, with a guy like Joe Harris, Patty Mills, and they both too small to stay in front of him. Harden, we know he ain't gonna try. Bruce Brown is their only defender, and he's just too small to stay in front of Jimmy. So he just bullied all of their ass to the basket and got wherever he wanted. And that's the thing. It didn't look like he settled at all for anything. Like, everything that he went to the basket trying to get and played on the offensive end, like, he was content with what he was doing, and he got to his spots. And then on the defensive end, he just did what Jimmy did. I mean, like Thread already said, played the passing lanes with 4 steals. He said prime E. Reed. I'll say that with I got some tickets, but they ain't in no Heat jersey. I got some tickets. I got some people I can send out, but not in no Heat jersey. But no, Jimmy, he was a menace, on the defensive end. Like, he stripped KD. One of his steals was straight up. He just stripped KD. When he drive baseline, he ripped him. So yeah, Jimmy set the tone as always, and then he just really took it to him tonight.
Allana, where were you on Jimmy Butler tonight?
Before I answer that, what is House of Ashes?
Never heard of it.
Okay, just as long as it's not just me. With Jimmy, and I tweeted this out, Jimmy makes one mistake and then he makes up for that mistake 25-fold. So it's crazy to me that, like, people get on him for not being consistent, just because I think that, except for the Pacers game in general, he might not always get it right, but he will make up for it. And I think that happened tonight. I think he was great on both ends of the floor, but I think anytime he maybe missed a step or something didn't drop, he made sure to get back on it and help in another way. If this Jimmy keeps up, we're golden.
Yeah, and I think this is Jimmy is possible every night. Just not having to expend so much energy. Like yeah, he was, handling the ball in the bench minutes and stuff like that, but just not having to do that full time. Like, and that kind of leads me to the next person who seems like an obvious route, which is Kyle Lowry. Like, his shot, I don't know where it is, and I don't think he does either at this point. But
I don't think it matters right now, though.
I think that's where I'm going. Like, it does not matter how Kyle Lowry is shooting. His impact cannot be understated on this team because of the way that he gets us into offense, and especially because of the defense that he plays. Like, when those Tyler and Duncan minutes, they almost sent me. And it's because we could not contain the ball. But you see his impact on both ends of the floor. And Thread, I want to get your opinion on Kyle Lowry tonight.
I feel like Kyle Lowry really set the tone, man. Those passes early on, full down court, I'm like, damn, we playing at a pace that I've never seen us play before. I'm like, they were heaving the ball down the floor.
Jimmy, bitch. She's Jimmy, bitch.
I feel like Kyle was really setting the offense up to succeed early, and he set the tone and he set the tempo for the game, and he really set us off. Like, those passes down the court were insane. He got Jimmy one-on-one looks. He got Bam one-on-one looks. He got Bam easy ones. He's forcing Bam to take shots. Like, he's forcing Bam to the lane. Everybody was complaining, is Bam going to shoot? Is Bam? Fuck that. Kyle's making his ass shoot. I mean, he's got no option. He's throwing it at the rim, and Bam's going to go and catch that shit, and he's either going to get fouled or he's going to make the dunk. And I love that part of Kyle's game, and that's not something that you really see on the stat sheet. But he's a menace, man. You see the difference between a Goran and a Kyle. And this is not to slander Goran at all, but the true point guard is something as a young Heat fan I've never really seen before. And to see it like this, the impact is crazy to me. I've never seen a real true point guard like this before. And it's fun.
Yeah. God, that's because a lot of y'all are too young to have watched Tim Hardaway, but it's a similar effect of what Tim Hardaway had when he was with Miami. It's just somebody who settles it. And to your point about him forcing Bam to shoot, it's like when Bam gets the ball in that post and he passes it out to Kyle Lowry, you can bet your sweet candy ass that Kyle is going to throw it right back to his ass. And he's going to move. He's going to get every time that Bam tries to like shy away from that moment, even for the sake of keeping the ball moving or whatever. Like, Kyle is intentional about getting Bam more involved. Kendall, talk something about what you saw from Kyle this evening.
Like when I said the dogs got loose, it was three main ones that, they got to be a dog every night. But Kyle is too, and like Threat said earlier, like he's fitting right in on the defensive end like he was in Toronto. Like the man's just drawing charges. Like him and PJ Tucker like just walked KD into a charge like early on, and it was just like, damn, that's KD, and that shit looked like he was just like out of control. And in terms of Kyle on the offense,
by the way. She's my Facebook friend, and we argue every day because she gets on my nerves with her Heat takes. But she's good people, though. She's in the army. Go ahead, bro.
But yeah, Kyle on the offensive end, it seemed like he came out he got a couple shots off first, and then like the next time he got his shots off, it was just like in little spurts of the game. Like he hit that mid range. After that, I think he took a three and bricked it, and then after that, it was like, okay, now I'm gonna set the table for everybody else. Most importantly, Bam. And it's just like, I don't even remember too many of his shots. I think a couple came early in the third quarter. Just the way he gets his shots off in the game. Like Troy said, my boy Threat, I said call him Troy. No governments. My bad, brother. But like I was saying, like Threat said, like his floor game is just awesome. Like there's the difference between a Goran Dragic who was late in his career, came off the bench trying to get buckets. Related? Third cousin twice removed from yo baby mama side. Motherfucker. But yeah, Kyle, just the way he just gets people in the spots, it just looks so smooth. And then his defense is just like the point of attack defense is just, it seemed kind of non-existent. Like it wasn't really too much attack from whoever was initiating the offense that Kyle was guarding. So Kyle, he was awesome. I mean, it don't look crazy on the stat sheet, but 9, 6, and 9. Man even rebounded.
He would have had 10 assists if Bam had to dunk that damn ball that he dumped off right to him, but then went up for some layup and got fouled. Thank you, Alp, the producer, for the $2 dono. He said Bam would benefit the most from the Kyle era for sure. Yo, what's up with these folks talking about what kind of body I got? What kind of body you got, boy?
Yeah, right. It's supposed to be a good night, and they trying to fire off, boy. I got deep. He said I got a Mario chum. That boy got a Super Mario. That boy got a Wario body. Fuck is you talking for
about?
For real.
It's a me Mario.
Head ass.
Tell you. Okay, we ain't gonna do this on the screen now. We gotta contain your inner.
What did I get myself into?
You're in a cane.
What's happening?
Entertainment.
Thank you, RCV, for the $2 dono. He said, "How y'all get James Harden's cousins on?" Yo, listen, bro. Enough with the black jokes. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, no. Wait. Say another black joke, but instead of $2, put $200.
Tell you, give me some reparations if you're gonna sit up here and talk about
for real. If you're gonna be disrespectful.
Yeah, I want to give Allana the opportunity to jump in here on Jimmy. Allana, what did you see from Jimmy tonight, bro?
You mean Kyle?
Kyle, that's what I said.
For me, it's his self-awareness. Honestly, Kyle is the most self-aware player that I think we've had in a while. I think Jimmy's a close second, but like to Kendall's point, he knew it wasn't falling, right? And he just backed off. He didn't force it. He didn't try to do something else. And he was like, I'm just going to make it happen for everyone else. So I think from him, that's what we can look forward to. I think obviously we'll be better off if his offense gets a little bit better and those shots start to fall, but I don't think they need to right now. I think he needs to concentrate on just making Bam as good as Bam can be and just getting everyone else their looks, and then his shot will come. It's early. People forget that like what we're 4 or 5 games in and Kyle just got here. I think he just needs some time, but he's still making such an impact, so who really cares?
Yeah, I think I'm with you, Kyle. As long as Kyle impacts the game, then I don't really care what his stat line looks like at the end of it. And he's obviously doing that in several facets. So you have to appreciate what he's doing for the team. Let's get into Bam a little bit because some people may have complained. I don't know if you have much to complain about Bam's game tonight because Bam, he put up 17 shots, got to the free throw line a ton. So that means that he was showing some sort of aggression. I do think that he was settling for that jumper. He was letting those guys off the hook a little bit. So it's kind of like it was a mixed bag from Bam tonight in my eyes. And I kind of want to hear you guys' thoughts on it. Thank you, Jude. I'm still not going to try and say his last name. For the 199, don't know. He said, follow simply.heat on the gram. Love y'all's comments. Appreciate it, bro. Y'all go follow him on the gram. Let's talk about Bam. Allana, you were shaking your head a little bit, so I want to hear what you were thinking about Bam's game tonight first.
I don't think there's anything to complain about tonight. I do still think that, Kyle is going to make him better. What happens when Kyle's not playing? I just want Bam to not have to be like fed a shot to take it. I want Bam's like initial reaction to the game to be like, this is mine. Like I want it to come from him. I want it to be innate. I think we're going to get there. I think it's too early for me to be saying this. I want to keep an eye on it because like Kyle's going to have to rest. Kyle might get injured. We don't know what's going to happen. So I want Bam to go get his.
For sure. I think so too. Like I want to see them get I want to see him get a little bit more aggressive individually. Like when you have LaMarcus Aldridge on you, I don't want to see you jab step jumper. I don't want to see that. I want you to take his slow ass to the rim and either get fouled or dunk on him. Somebody said I caused the hot pocket shortage in 2021.
Hey, they letting these jokes.
I mean, they kind of begging for it at this point. It's supposed to be a post game.
Most of these zeros and ones got Advies up here that ain't really their real face. Like, so you know what I mean? I don't really want to make fun of like a Pat Riley meme or something like that. I want you to get your ass in here in the post game show. Come talk to me face to face one of these nights. See if you still got all the fucking jokes then. Kendall, I want you to talk about Bam's game tonight and what you saw from him.
I saw a downhill aggressive Bam.
I'm a happily married man.
Talk yours. Especially in transition. Like Bam, once he got that ball like from a second hit ahead pass, like he was going to that rim once he had space. It doesn't matter. Yeah, not happening.
That's a great question. I love that.
No, don't worry. The answer is a very simple no. I will not.
Santa Claus might get you one though.
All right, so let me take over. Back to what I was saying, because my boy's stuck on.
That's what he gets for refuting a Tyler jersey.
Nah, I mean, hey, it's cool. Nothing wrong with refuting a Tyler jersey.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
he
he's
might not
gonna
be here in a couple
there
months
for a little bit, but go ahead.
Yeah, but Bam on the offensive end, it's nothing to complain about because, like Allana said, he was aggressive. But you do want to see, like, when Kyle's not there, him be aggressive on his own. Tonight wasn't one of those nights. Have nothing to complain about. He got his shots up and he got to the free throw line. He didn't let off against us small, and he just took advantage of the matchups when they were there.
I almost feel like.
Wait, one more thing. My bad, bro.
Go ahead.
What I like about Bam, he had 0 assists. I believe. I think
That's
Bam
exactly
had.
what I was getting to.
Yes, he had 0 assists. So if Bam had 0 fucking assists, he must have been going to the basket, putting up his shot, and that is something that I cannot argue with, because at the end of last season, he was not putting up his shots, and it was something that Heat fans throughout Twitter and in the arena against Milwaukee complained about.
Ricky, I didn't make it happen, but I did leave him in there on purpose when I could have removed him because I have producer power. So you know me a little bit too well.
That's what I was gonna get it. That was what I was gonna get into. People are talking about Bam wasn't kind of aggressive tonight. I feel like he was. I was gonna get to the fact that he had no assists. I saw times he was calling for the ball late in that fourth quarter in the elbow. Just give me the rock and clear out. I seen him take. I think it was Millsap one-on-one and Aldridge one-on-one late in that game as well. He missed one, he made one, and got fouled on the other. But he was aggressive to me tonight. I mean, sometimes it's not going to come how we want it. Sometimes we want him to face.
He was aggressive to me tonight.
Damn, bro, you just gonna come in like that, just gonna kill my thunder.
That boy is recording us.
he might be a fan. Hey, he might be a fan for real. But nah, I feel like he was aggressive tonight. Bottom line, he had 17 shot attempts. He had 9 free throw attempts. Like, how much more aggressive do we need Bam to be? It's not always gonna come in the fact that he has to face up and get his own shot. Yeah, Kyle fed him a lot. But I just feel like overall, there's nothing to really complain about Bam. I mean, it's as aggressive as we want it to be. I felt like it was perfect today, man. And yeah, he had the mismatches where he could have took them off the dribble. But I felt like I was straight with those shots that he took with the mid-range. It was a bailout. It's only a bailout if you miss. If he makes them, nobody's talking about it being a bailout. I just feel like it's his game. It's his world right now in this season, man. I feel like he's doing great, honestly, especially this game.
So
what happens when Kyle's not?
Did y'all read these donos?
I don't know.
No, it just came through. This one?
No, it's a blue one before that one. I can't get to it for some reason. It won't let me scroll up. But I'll read this one while you try and look for it for me. Thank you, Jason Adebayo, for the $9.99. Don't know big baller game. He said, "Baby steps, LOL. For now, let's just make sure the spoon is clean while Bam's being spoon fed. At some point, though, he's going to have to decide that he wants to just." If he wants to be just a really good player, a future Hall of Famer. I think that is appropriate and a beautiful way to encapsulate what it is. Thank you, Abel Shaw, for the $1.99. Don't know. He said too early to say best in the East. The boy feeling good. No, it is not too early. It is absolutely the right time to say that. Guys, Royal is fine from taking them charges tonight, but I'm not Kyle Lowry.
Okay, but did you see where you froze?
I did. I watched it on the YouTube
channel. Okay, because that was prime timing. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't flattering at all, and I think you deserve a lashing for like keeping me on the screen and not taking me off as soon as I got.
It was your elbow. How could it be any more perfect with the Kyle comments?
That's true. Y'all did call me Kyle Lowry when we were trying to figure out.
That's what I'm saying. It was too perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So you get a couple points for that, but don't ever do it again, or we take you to HR.
Gotcha. You mean myself? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I'll walk myself to my own office.
We were talking about Bam Adebayo, and I think everybody got a chance to talk about him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We talked about Jimmy, talked about Kyle. Let's get to some of the guys who kind of had me breathing deeply. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about it.
Had me trying to figure myself out. Had me looking towards myself and trying to figure out where I stand in life.
Let's talk about it, please.
Where you standing? Like,
let's talk about my man's Tyler Herro, man.
Oh, that's the one. Oh, that's the white boy we talk. I thought we was talking about the other white boy.
Oh, don't worry, we gonna get his ass too.
It's 2 more. So.
We equal opportunity on the post up, bro. We gonna get everybody's ass in a minute. But Tyler Herro is the one that I want to focus on. Look, I will acknowledge Tyler Herro's growth, Tyler Herro's development. Tyler Herro's been very solid for us in every game but this one this season. This is kind of the game. I don't want to explode on him because I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. But there were some things that we can look at and kind of critique about the way that he played tonight. He didn't play with as much patience as he's been playing with. That's how he got a couple more turnovers, wasn't able to get the assist off. He seemed like he was a step slow making reads. And I think Spo rightfully closed the game with somebody else over him, even considering how he's played because of the way he was playing tonight. Am I being too harsh on him, Allana? Because I know you're probably his biggest fan on the show. But am I being too harsh on the way Tyler Herro played tonight?
I mean, he didn't look great, but at the same time, everyone's going to have an off night. I do think, to your point, he was rushing a few things. I think he gets frustrated with himself, and I feel like he's been doing so well that he was like, why isn't it working tonight? I need to get back to who I've been. I don't think he was awful, though. Like, I don't think he cost us anything out there. I don't think he was a liability. He needs to be the Tyler that he's been and not the Tyler that he was tonight. But to me, it's not like that big of a deal. It was one game. Spo made the appropriate adjustment. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Allana, could you scroll back up for me? I can't seem to scroll up in my own comments to find the donos, but I saw a blue dono up there. If you can find that for me. Thank you, Clarence, for the $2 Canadian. He said, who's the best defender on the team so far? The answer is Jimmy Butler, and will continue to be Jimmy Butler until he's probably not on the team anymore. Well, unless Bam decides he's going to take over. It depends on what you like as a defender. Like, Jimmy's going to impact the game by stealing the ball. Bam's going to impact the game by covering up for any mistake that anybody else makes. But yeah, I don't know if you guys want to jump in on that question. Who you guys think is the best defender out here? Kendall, we'll start with you, bro.
Bam Adebayo is the best defender. He can defend 1 through 5, and he can do it comfortably. And he can rim protect against 1 through 5. So for me, it's Bam. Like, he's the best defender in the league for me.
Yeah. Threat.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's Bam too. And I think we saw the 1 through 5, and I think the 1 through 5 is the difference between them, because not last game, but the Pacers game, we saw the switch with Sabonis, with Jimmy on Sabonis, and he couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Sabonis took advantage of Jimmy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That Bam's guarding 1 through 5. There's no mismatch opportunity for an opponent. And that's the difference right there, the 1 through 5 easily. So
yeah, thank you. Thank you, El Chicho, for the $2 dono. He said, as long as we stay healthy, we can win the East easily. I don't know about easily, but we can win the East. Ariel Atias, our guy, chips in on the conversation. He said, Bam better on ball. Jimmy is better off ball. I think I lean Bam very, very slightly. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Yeah. Allana, who do you think is the best defender on the team?
I'm going Jimmy, but for me, it's very slightly too. And it's more so that I just think he's a little bit more seasoned at this point.
Yeah, he's probably one of the smartest defenders in the league, and that to me is where he kind of like separates himself from Bam. Bam is raw talent. Yep. Jimmy has talent on the defensive end as well as being extremely brilliant in the ways that he baits people into doing exactly what he wants them to do. Let's get back to the Tyler Herro conversation. We heard from Allana. Threat, I'm gonna pass this to you, bro. Give me your thoughts on how you felt Tyler Herro played tonight.
I fucking hate Tyler Herro slander. When he came in the game, dog, he was effective, man. I think he had 7 quick points for us out the gates, and it looked like it was going to be a Tyler Herro show. Yeah. He struggled to find this shot. They threw some different looks at him. He got trapped a little bit. They were on his hip whenever he got to the mid-range, so he couldn't really get to a spot. So he's just going to have to figure it out. It's early in the season. This is kind of like a new – it's almost like a new role for him because the way defenses are playing him now. So it's just an adjustment period for him. They seen how he was coming out the gate early in the season. So teams are defending him a little bit different. And I think he'll adjust. I think this is going to be a big season for him. And even when his shot wasn't falling, eight rebounds, man. The rebounding shit is not a fluke anymore, dog. Tyler Herro is really him on the glass. He's really him on the fucking glass. Put some respect on his name. That's Baby Rodman right there. That's Baby Rodman right there.
Boy, you better hush your mouth, bro. Bro,
that's Baby Rodman right there on the glass.
Come on, Brett, bro.
He need a timeout. He need a timeout.
Undersized demon.
2 minutes in the penalty box.
The boy been sitting up here.
He got T-Rex arms and he's still snagging. Come on, man.
Listen, bro. I've been trying to be professional royal tonight. Leave Tyler Herro slander alone.
You have professional royal? That's a setting.
If you go back and watch this show, you will see that I've rarely used the F word. I've rarely cursed on this show.
Oh, it's just when this crew gets on that we just make you wild.
No, well, it's when people talk about fucking.
Are you trying to say are you saying I'm a bad influence?
Are you a male Leo? I think so.
Kendall is definitely a bad influence.
You doing that space racism? I know nothing about.
I'm a Leo too. I can say whatever. All right, I'm definitely a bad influence.
She's doing that zodiac sign racism, bro. That's what you're doing.
I have no knowledge.
All zodiac signs matter, Allana. Let's just put that out there.
I'm the same one as him.
Thank you, Jet Law, for the $2
birth certificate, or it ain't true.
Oh my god.
Jet Law, thank you for the $2 dono. He said he going up the standings like Shiba Inu coin. Bro, listen, bro. If you're gonna talk to me in Chinese, bro, make sure you come with a translator.
You know what a Shiba Inu is?
I have no fucking idea.
It's a puppy. It's a type of dog.
Oh, I hate dogs. Kendall. I do.
Talk to me.
Sorry. Yo, you talk to me. Talk to me about Tyler Herro, bro. Because this man calling him Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, he wilding with that. I will say from the jump, since he got into this league and he got on the court in the Miami Heat jersey, the man is always in the fucking way when, my bad if I curse, when the ball is coming off the rim. He rebounds. Bro. Like, he just knows how to get in the way in a good way, and he hates.
Point of order, you can curse anytime you want. I'm trying to do a show without cursing so much.
Oh, like, you trying to change.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to change. One show, bro. One show. Like, I'll be back on my bullshit tomorrow or whenever the next time he play, bro.
Thank you, Lonnie. That boy got an itch. Troy brought out that itch. All right. But Tyler, yeah, he's a menace. He's not a menace, but he just knows how to get in the way, and he just knows where to be when that ball comes off the rim. He could definitely rebound. Aside from that, his shot tonight, it was not good. The ball pressure seemed to get to him a little bit when Javon Carter and Bruce Brown were up into him. It wasn't smooth at all. Like Allana said, like, he did not look patient. He just looked very frustrated when he played, and it showed in his shot. I mean, 5 for 17, 1 from 6 from 3. But I will say, up to this point, the man has been probably the best. He's been our best offensive player up to this point, I would say. Yeah. So I don't really have a beef with him because you can have a blip game like that. My beef is with the person that comes to next, because it is a team game, and this team is very connected. One motherfucker have an off night, that chain, one chain in the link, one link in the chain, pop, and it can fall apart. Like, that's really how this team is constructed. So it wasn't really Tyler for me, but it was his brethren, them of the same hue, and we'll get to him next. So I'm assuming.
Listen here, man. You guys know me so well, because y'all know if I'm gonna talk about one white boy, the next one got to be right behind him. So let's talk about Duncan Robinson. That man was awful tonight. Like,
just tonight.
Listen,
he's been awful since the season began.
This is
Michael incoming in the comments. I feel it.
Shout out to my boy Mike.
For sure. But I've been kind of giving Duncan the kind of he's gonna come around speech, the rah-rah shit the whole season. You know what I mean? I've been kind of trying to do that. And then at some point it got to be like, hey, motherfucker, you open. You're one of the top 2-3 shooters in the league. Make the goddamn shot. Like, and he hit 2 of them tonight. He kind of like thought he was gonna warm up, and then he went right back to his cold shit. Kendall, talk about Duncan's game tonight, or lack thereof.
I will say offensively, it was what, 6 preseason games? He played like 4, I believe. And up to Duncan, and up to this point, that shot is just not falling, and the looks are easier. So it's like, we're not just running 3 dribble handoffs in a row. You cut, you give him the ball back to Bam. They're not doing that, bro. The ball is moving and it's finding him. Like, it was a couple that he took after he hit one. It was like a fade away in the corner that hit the side of the backboard. That one, it was like, whatever, because he just made the one before. They were just trying to see if he could get a rhythm. But for the most part, like, throughout this year, his shots are just not falling. And it's a reason to concern, because, I mean, in the first half, nobody was hitting threes. It was him, Strus, Tyler, and Lowry. All 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 12 in the first half. Yes, shooter go through slumps. This is his second one. But the only difference, the other one was before the trade deadline. We can understand that. This one, bro, you are here and you got paid. When a guy like Tyler has an off night, yes, you're in the game before him. So we're seeing what you're going to bring us kind of on the offensive end before. We know you're going to bring space in. But, like, your shot has to go in, especially when Tyler gets in. He starts off good, like Threat said, and then his shot tends to fall off because guys were up into Tyler. They can be up into him if your shot ain't falling. So if your shot's not falling, creating that space for Tyler and other people, even though the other guys were able to get to their spots, it's a problem. So Duncan needs to turn it around. He needs to start hitting, or it is something to be a little bit concerned about.
I think you make a good point about them being able to get into Duncan a little bit more when Tyler's on the court, because they're on the court together sometime now. And we rarely saw that last year because we couldn't afford the defensive lapses between them both. But with a couple of stronger defenders, you can kind of play them together and see what's working out. And it's not working out because Duncan's not hitting his shots. Like, we can't play them together if Duncan's not going to shoot well. And, of course, I'm going to wait on Duncan. I'm going to wait around on him because he's an elite shooter. He's going to make shots. Shooters go through slumps. I understand all of that. But, I mean, 20 games is a lot. And I think each one of us have made this kind of point on separate times on our Twitter timeline. The one thing that this team is missing is for our shooters to start knocking down shots. Because if our shooters start knocking down shots, we're pulling away in some of these games. These games aren't even contests, and we can see like the full capability of what this team can be. But I kind of want you to focus on Duncan tonight before I throw this to Allana.
Hey, Duncan got to take the sniper gang chain off. He can't rock that sniper gang chain right now, man. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, man. He can't rock the sniper gang means. Yeah. No sniper gang chain, no sniper gang means for Duncan right now. Listen, I'm worried right now mainly because he's hurting his trade stock for Brandon Ingram. I need him to knock down these motherfuckers. I
saw that tweet, and I knew you were going to bring that up.
Hey, listen, I need this motherfucker. Hey, Tyler is holding up his end of the bargain. I need Duncan to hold his end of the bargain up, too.
He is.
You feel me? I need him to hold up his end of the bargain. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he wants to miss shots when he's in New Orleans, he can do that. But when he's in Miami, I need him to hit these motherfucking shots. Hey, I'm gonna keep it real though. I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried. I do wonder though, is he missing these shots because we're not running the dribble handoff as much? Is that because of it? Is that, I don't know. He had some looks with the dribble handoffs, but it's not as efficient and not as often as it was last year. Is the misses a product of that? I mean, some of these misses are point blank range too, like wide open, and he's not used to that as well. But I don't know what it really is. Maybe it is just a slump right now, but hopefully he can find his shot. I feel like you made that point earlier, Royal, where if we start hitting our shots, some of these games aren't close. I feel like we put Brooklyn to sleep if we hit some of these shots early. We were up 12 and we were like 2 for something from 3, or no,
16.
0 for 9.
Yeah, it was like it was bad in the first.
Like it was bad. Like I was wondering, like we could really put this team away, but you know, we let them come back, but that's all right. The 3 ball started hitting in the third, and then we put them away in the fourth. So
yeah, I think Eric makes a good point about the different looks that he's getting. Like it's much more of a catch and shoot diet than it is dribble handoff diet that he was accustomed to from last year, and that does kind of mess with the rhythm. And I do agree that he will adjust, but in the early goings of this season, we have not seen any returns from Duncan to kind of like, you know, it's putting a lot of doubt in people's minds about whether or not he's the one who should be in there as opposed to Tyler with the way that he's been playing. But Allana, I kind of want to spin this a little bit because last year we talked about how Duncan had made strides defensively. And with his shot not falling, it also looks like he's kind of gotten a step slower on defense. Like his closeouts were pretty bad tonight. He's been getting into foul trouble. Like, is it because of the offense, or like is this just like what Duncan is and we should expect, you know, the shooting to kind of mask a little bit of the defensive deficiencies?
I think that Ariel's point is pretty much what sums it up. I think that even though he's not new to the team and what we're relying on him for isn't different, what's around him is different. So I think he just needs time to adjust to that. And I say that as someone who I am a little bit worried, but also just need to recognize that it's early. I also think he's just someone who gets frustrated with himself. We saw it around the trade deadline. I'm not saying that it's easy to hear all these things about yourself. Everyone's different, right? Like some people can block out the noise and some people can't. I have a feeling he's just one of those guys where he sees that he's not playing up to snuff, especially after getting paid all that money. And now it's affecting him on both ends of the floor. So I just think he needs time to adjust to the guys around him, the types of looks he's getting, and then he'll mentally get stronger and go from there. I hope it happens soon though, because especially if we're not hitting well from 3 across the board and he's not doing it, like what is he out there for? I don't think that he should go to the bench. I don't think that Tyler should be in that starting lineup because Tyler brings too much like explosiveness to that second unit. But if Duncan's out there and he's a step behind on defense and his shots aren't falling, what is he doing? So I think he'll figure it out. I hope so. It just seems mental at this point.
Yeah, of course. Ariel, I wanted to acknowledge your comment. Of course, Allana knows ball. Otherwise, we would have booted her ass off the show long ago.
I appreciate the comment either way, though.
Oh, sure. You're welcome. Yeah, so I kind of want you guys to pick a guy off the bench who impressed you most and talk about them. I think we spent a heavy portion of the show talking about the starters, but the bench guys are the ones you cannot pick Dedmon and you cannot pick Herro because we talked about them. Of the other cast of characters, which was Gabe Vincent for 1 minute, Akpala for 1 minute. Pretty much y'all last get to choose about talk about Max Strus or Markieff Morris.
Listen, wasn't shit else off that motherfucking bench, and we got to keep it 100. It wasn't shit else. I'm high on Strus, man. I'm high on Strus, and I know. I wish he would take advantage of Duncan struggling right now, but I text Kendall this earlier, man. I wish that Strus would take advantage of Duncan's slump. But like Kendall told me earlier, he's new to this role. You know what I'm saying? He's really just now playing real meaningful NBA games, and I got to be patient with him. And I feel like we all got to be patient with him. I feel like his shot will eventually fall, but I just wish it would fall right now. But I am being impatient with him. Morris, he was out there. He was running a little bit, jogging, getting a little exercise, and he had a great game last game. So I ain't gonna.
He's working on his conditioning still. Yeah, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
I will say this though.
He was all up and through Markieff ass on that field.
I like the fact that
sure was.
Yeah. I like the fact that he's a fucking bully, and I love that shit. Even on the off, even though he got offensive foul earlier. In the game, and also he was a little physical with the smaller guards on it. I just like seeing that physicality shit, man. Show that heat toughness, show that heat grit, even when you're not scoring. So I like that shit.
Yeah, talk about the two other bench guys tonight, Kendall.
I mean, I'm gonna go with Strus. I did tell her earlier, like I'm more concerned with Duncan than I am Strus because Strus is new to this. Duncan isn't. Yes, his role has changed a little bit, but Strus, in the sense of like, I feel like he's getting that Duncan type of respect when Duncan's first year in 2019, 2020. So I hope it starts coming because, I mean, his shots are going to be open. Like, he's not getting that respect yet. And Markieff, I don't have much to say. Like, shout out Tiffany Meeks, left Twix. He was just out there jogging. He pushed on Patty Mills. I mean, I don't expect too much on the box score from the power rotation, but I know the power rotation gonna be some football players from football, from the varsity team on the basketball court, on the hardwood. So it is what it is. He bullying people. So it is what it is. But Strus, I'm giving Strus 20 games before I say, all right, they need to find another person to get in there, or maybe just go to Martin. But for right now, I'm just chilling on Strus. So he got what? He got 15 more games to get consistent.
Yeah, we talked about Jimmy smoking layups. We also talked about the way that he makes up for it by getting offensive rebound and getting fouled or going right back up and putting it in. So like, Allana made the point the best. Like for everything Jimmy does wrong, he does 25 things right to kind of make up for it. So you just take it where it is. Yeah, the boy sorry twin is he's a sorry twin, bro. Like I don't know what you want him to do, bro. Like this is fine. I don't have any complaints about what he did. He could play 14 minutes and not get any statistics, and that will be right on par with what I expect from him. Like it is what it is. It's not good or bad. He's just out there to foul people. Go out there.
He's just out there for the vibes.
Yeah, bro. He's just out there to do this to people.
And the vibes is the bully. The bully vibe.
The vibes is the bully. Exactly.
Like, if he does that, bro, then he's perfect. And I don't care how much. Yeah, do it, bro. Allana, where are you on sorry twin and who's the other person? Oh,
Stop calling him that. Damn, he's his own freaking man.
Yeah, he is his own man.
And he's a twin, though, right?
Right, and he's the sorry one.
Who's the better player? Who's the better player?
Marcus.
It doesn't matter. Why can't he just be himself?
It don't matter.
He is himself. Himself is the sorry
one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call him this. What I will say about Strus, though, I feel like for me, there's different types of 3-point shooters. Strus seems like the guy who needs time to warm up. The problem is if he's not getting consistent minutes, and which is fine. I'm not like saying he should. I'm not trying to judge Spo here. But it's just the nature of his game. To Ariel's point, some nights he's going to hit because he's going to get hot quick enough, and some nights he's not. I'm not expecting a lot from him. I want a little more. That would always be great. I just don't think that we should look at him as a second Duncan, as Duncan's backup, as a Duncan replacement. Like, He's not that. Duncan is on a completely whole nother level. Even when Duncan's not looking great, we know he can be great. Strus isn't that. Maybe he'll get better. I just don't think that it's fair to be like, Strus isn't doing enough if you're only comparing him to Duncan.
No, for sure. Let's give Strus some credit. Like, even though his shots wasn't particularly falling, the one shot that he did hit was a big ass shot. Like, it was crucial. It kind of like stopped the bleeding for us, like in terms of the offensive drop. So I'm whatever on Strus too. Like, it's, bro, whatever you get is an added bonus. Just come in here and don't lose the game for us. Like Tyler, Jimmy, and whoever he's out there with will score. You just don't do it. Kendall, you want to say something, bro?
Yeah, I want to make a point. It seems like in terms of our bench and how I'm like starting to feel about it, like the one for certain that we need to have is Tyler. And then it's like we need a combination of Strus 6, Markieff 6, Dedmon 4. And tonight, Dedmon just got, I think, 12. Dedmon got 12. So it was like, okay, with the way we were playing defense, Tyler's 14. That's like a floor game for him, in my opinion. That's like, his game tonight was like a floor game.
Dedmon got 14. You respect my boy now.
I said, I think.
Don't ever short that boy.
14 and 9. You feel me?
I mean, he wouldn't short me coming off a screen. That boy he got a duck when he come off that screen with that boy around. He trying to take your head off.
Yeah, he don't even set screens. He just run at people.
No,
he doesn't care either. When they call him for it, he's like, "Yeah, that's me." Like,
my bad.
Yeah.
Only certain people gonna know he early 2000 Ludacris. That boy throwing them balls. Like, he ain't showing no love. That man is out there to throw them balls. But yeah, like in terms of like production, like if it's not one other person, I don't ever think it's gonna be consistently one other person. It's just gonna have to be a combination of like those three, and God, hopefully not Gabe Vincent if he gets on the court until Depot gets back. Like, where that's the person who we're really dependent on for like consistent production. But for right now, I mean, Dedmon held down the kennel. Like, the dogs, them dogs coming off the bench, he held down the kennel. So
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, bro. I was gonna go off topic, but go ahead.
No, do it.
I was just gonna say I was curious to see what the bench is gonna give us in this 10-game stretch. You know, this is the first game of the rough 10-game stretch that we have, and I want to see what our bench can give us. Tonight they gave us a lot, and I want to see what they give us in the rest of the stretch.
That kind of leads in perfectly to what I was about to talk about anyway, because it's not so much what the combination of them give us any given night. Like, yeah, Kendall was talking about how we get 6, 3 here, 4 there, whatever. Like, if they do that some nights, that's fine. But there are going to be nights like the night where one of them gets loose for 12, 13 points. And that's going to be enough when you complement them with what Tyler's doing off the bench, whatever the big three is on the bench with them. It's going to help sustain those minutes. And that's all we really need, bro, because our starters, and it's about time that people start. Our starting unit is elite. Like, it's an elite starting unit. Defensively,
probably
for
second
sure,
best in the East.
Like, defensively, for sure, we're an elite unit, and that defense translates into a lot of offense for us. So we got to make sure that we give that credit. Excuse me. So before we start talking about the next game, I want to make sure that we shout out the primary sponsor of the post-game show, which is Aggressive Insurance. www.insurancebylynette.com, or give her a phone call at 954-581-8800 for any of your insurance needs. That's condo insurance, home insurance. I think she does life insurance. You got tickets, call her. You got busted up driving record, call her. She gonna see what she could do for you. Great person to have in the comments, great person to follow on Twitter. Make sure you check her out. So let's talk about this next game. Next game, we got the Charlotte Hornets. Back in the day, Charlotte used to be kind of like one of those games where you look at it, you circle as a win. Not no more. This is a solid basketball team that's building around LaMelo Ball, and they have a lot of momentum. I think they're 4-1 on the season right now. Really good team. Don't know how good they are compared to Miami, but Kendall, the boy feeling good?
The boy is feeling good. I mean, after what we did tonight, we did that against James Harden and Kevin Durant. Like, there ain't no James Harden and Kevin Durant over there. LaMelo Ball, he is taking that big leap. In my opinion, that boy is becoming a star. I believe he's going to be an all-star this year today. I'm looking to see how we take him away, because he's the head of the snake. He makes stuff happen. Bridges eats. The way Kyle Lowry sets up Bam and puts Bam in position to score, LaMelo Ball does that for Miles Bridges. They just do it in a completely different way. They just do it running up and down the court. And we do got them old heads on our squad. So I'm really interested to see us running up and down. Damn, Tone, that's how you coming to TJ?
Get out of here with that. Really?
I mean, no. If they run us to death, I can see it. I can understand it. But next game, and why I said my smoke was for Duncan tonight, he was the one that I had a problem with. We really don't need him next game. There is no way that we can shoot threes the way we did tonight and stay with them. We're going to have to run, and I think that's the game where we bounce back and we shoot the three ball, and our defense is going to be there. I'm not even worried about that part.
For sure.
So we're going to blow that shit out, like my boy Roy would say.
Exactly. Threat. I'm sorry, bro. I think that's like the third time we done violated collectively on here calling you by that government. We're going to keep that together, though, brother. Threat. The boy feeling good?
The boy feeling a little shaky, baby. I ain't even gonna lie to the gang, man. Hey, man. This Charlotte team is fast, man. They young, they get out, they put up 110 points every damn game this season. Oubre's over there handling his business. Hayward is over there doing his deal. Bridges is their leading scorer. I mean, I don't think that's sustainable, but they got something going early. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. I have this during the 10-game stretch. I have this as one of the losses just because it's early in the season. I don't think they're a better team than us. I just have this as an early loss. Yeah, the boy feeling shaky about this game, man. That's a tough game. That's a tough one.
It definitely is, but I don't like your lack of guts. I ain't fucking with that right now, bro. You kind of giving me op vibes right now when you're talking like that, bro. Allana, pack them up, bro. Get them out of here, bro.
Y'all gonna put me in the op?
Get them out of here. Allana, first one of the season. The girl feeling good?
The girl feeling lit. We got this. First of all, we tend to play up and down, right? So we know this is gonna be a tough one. We're getting it. If they were worse, I would feel worse about it. But since they are getting better, and I think that they are a worthy opponent, I feel like we'll take them. It'll be close. It's gonna be like a 5-point game, but we're gonna pull it out.
10-point game.
I agree with your premise. I do not agree with your conclusion. The Heat are about to blow that shit out, Allana.
I still gotta.
Fuck is you talking about?
I still gotta stay realistic over here.
No, it is realistic. We realistically finna blow that shit out.
Win's a win, whatever.
That's for real. But I like what Charlotte is doing. No lie. I believe all of you guys made beautiful points when it comes to that because they are going to run our ass ragged out there. The difference between them and what we do, they run for their pace. We dictate pace with the way Kyle Lowry plays basketball. He's going to control the pace of this game. And I think having a genuine point guard, this is a game that I believe we would have lost last year. But this year, having Kyle Lowry in there, we can slow this game down to limit their opportunities to run. They're going to get them off regardless because they are hellaciously fast and they play pretty good defense. But I believe that Kyle Lowry is going to be the key to this game because he is going to be the one controlling the pace more so than LaMelo Ball, which is a tall task because that boy has made the leap. Like he is different out there, and he's a scary person to have to face for the next few years. But I believe we have the personnel this year to be able to contain them as a team and to contain their pace. So thank you guys in the comments as always for joining us, making the show much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to the First Lady of 5 Reasons Sports, Allana Tahawer, and the Kane Gang joining me on the post-game show, Kendall, and my man Threat. I will not violate again. We will see you guys. When is this game? The 29th?
No.
Friday.
Okay, so we will see you guys Friday. The regular post-game crew return. The Clutch Corner crew will see you guys next Wednesday. If we have a game, then we're going to still be on here. Oh, with the man at the buzzer. Thank you, Lonnie Daniels, for the $10 dono. He said, it's my B-day, and I had to work today. My bad, bro. Came on to a great show, funny AF, and it was definitely a great game. Kendall, give me a B-day one-way ticket, bro.
My boy Lonnie Daniels, shout out to you. It's your B-day. It's funny because it's my mom's B-day too.
Oh, so Scorpio season up here.
B-day. This box, I'm gonna pack your ass up. See you on a one-way trip with no return. I hope they got Belly Sports. Because if not, that's your ass. And we'll see you in June when you watching us on the finals on ABC. But boy, you going to Wong Dong Tiger. Ni hao.
And I think there is no better way to end this show. Play the video, Allana.
Me?
Yeah.
What video?
What I'm about to say? Play the video, Royal.
I don't know. Play the video, Royal.
No, play the video, Allana.
I don't know where it's at.
It's anywhere.
Ni hao.
What are you talking
Both of them.
Stupid.
Jimmy buckets. Clutch time. Tyler Herro, what a finisher he's become.
Lane, Oladipo. Oh, that's right. You better mean mug after you dunk on somebody that way.